manager coached them. I think the coaching will speak for itself in comparison to some of the other teams that I've got below them, where they've also got their issues as well. They've lost some players down there.
Like Chelsea?
No, I haven't got Chelsea below Bournemouth.
Don't worry.
Maybe you do.
Unluckily for you, Chelsea begins with a C, so we will be covering it very soon, so prepare yourself. But before we do, the Arsenal, the man sitting right next to me on my left, let me just guess. Should we all make a guess about where Arsenal are going to finish according to Robbie?
Believe.
It's first, isn't it? Should we just move on?
First.
Is it first, Rob?
You said first.
You? That's what you were about to say, isn't it?
No. Believe first. yeah, I've got first.
Can read you like a book, man.
This has got to be it, man. This is the time, man.
You must. Robbie, you must.
You must.
You must.
You actually
What
must.
do you mean must?
You must.
No, you must.
You must.
What do you mean by what do
You
you
just
mean?
said it has to be, so it has to be there.
Believe. You must.
You must believe.
You all just sat here and said that you feel that City are going to win it for the 5th time.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
No.
I said that.
See,
I didn't
he's
say
back,
that.
He's back for
I didn't say
21
that.
minutes.
I didn't
He's
say that.
already throwing words in
Flipping the
people's mouths.
I think so.
I didn't say
I
that.
believe that Arsenal can finish first.
I believe that you will.
No, not can. Will.
But you can't
You need to
say
have chest
will.
with
You know
it.
what I mean, there's nobody.
So where have you got them then?
First?
If
Okay.
if that
Yeah, but
can,
you can't say.
Robbie
it needs
must.
to be. They
with
will
a league with
finish
Manchester
first.
City in it, you can't just say will.
Not if you believe. If you believe.
I believe we can,
No.
but you can't say will. If anybody, any team in the league, I don't care who you go out and buy, with Pep Guardiola in the league, and you turn around and say you will finish first. Sorry,
belief get you
if
nowhere?
Real Madrid was in the Premier League with Mbappe and all those players that they've got, right, they still couldn't say they will finish first in the league, right? But I think we can finish first. I think, and I'm basing that not off of just, I'm not just basing it off of, the fact that I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm basing it on the fact of the last 2 seasons. We came close. We came close to the first time around.
Yeah.
Lack of experience cost us, a few injuries. We came close last year within 2 points, right? And I think, I really do think, though, we need to bring in either a striker or an attacking wide player, because there's still that thing that if something happened to Saka in particular,
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't got
there's
a backup.
problems, right? So so that's what I'll be more confident when I see the end of the transfer window. But I think that is one area that we must address. I think defensively we're solid. I think the signing of Calafiori was brilliant. I watched Arsenal in pre-season. Yurian Timber was an absolute monster. He was our best defender. You got Gabriel Saliba, so the back's strong. I think bringing in Marino, which is probably going to happen, to bring him in there, alongside the midfielders we've got a big side. You can't bully Arsenal no more. That's a big, strong side we got. And we got firepower up front. But I do think a striker or a wide player to, replace, to back up Saka. And I think we got enough to possibly do it.
So Robbie reckons first. Abby?
Second. I'll never write Man City off. I just won't.
You want me to write him off, Daddy?
It's your team. You've got to believe.
I am believing.
You must.
I am, but you're saying that I must say will.
Yeah, because if you believe, then you've got to say, we will do it.
Yeah, believe.
That's what belief is.
Believe doesn't mean will. Believe means that we think we can.
You will do it.
You will.
We can, but we got to.
It sounds like a cop out to me, but either way,
It's not a cop out.
I'm going second.
It's not a cop out.
I will never write City off, just especially while Pep's
Exactly.
there, just because I've seen them come, but when they've been 10 points behind at Christmas and they've gone on and won the league. So
Last year,
same as you.
we were the best team last year, as far as I was concerned, right?
Up
But we
until when
didn't
it
win.
mattered, yeah.
But we didn't win the league.
No,
Yeah.
but that has to be the difference. I do believe Arsenal have to win something, whether that is a league or a trophy of some kind this year.
Emirates Cup? 1 out of 1?
There you go.
Jason said 1 out of 5 on the
Carabao
story
Cup?
the other day.
Is that enough?
It needs to be a trophy. Yeah, I mean, it needs to be a trophy. They have to win something. For sure, for me, with Arsenal. But I think Calafiori is a good signing. I do totally agree. I think that it's crazy you haven't gone for a striker, or whether that be a Solanke, a Tony, whoever was available on the market. Yeah. I think that is the difference of you potentially winning it and not winning it. I see your point on Saka as well. That is an area you could definitely strengthen into. But I still think that I just can't write off City. So I'll have you second.
I'll just agree with everything you said. I've got Arsenal in second.
Really?
Yeah, I think they'll, again, I'm not going to back Arne Slot to finish above. Not that that's giving away what my third choice is in third place, but I think Arsenal just don't have that extra 5% at the end of April, start of May that City have in abundance.
I think, you're probably, I can see where you're coming from with that, but I do think the experience of the last 2 seasons is going to set Arsenal in good stead when it comes to those.
What about the experience of the last 4 league title winners?
I know.
Get a better experience than that.
I know that, and you are right. There are some of them players that are aging a bit. It's going to be interesting again to see who they bring in, because if De Bruyne gets injured or something like that, even though they coped well with it last year, but I do think sometimes that experience can really help you.
Second for me,
there's a 1 in 5 ratio in life. There's third time's the charm. Arsenal are the favourites. They're the favourites. I have Arsenal to win it. I have Arsenal to win it.
Arsenal are the favourites
because as much as we said Saka doesn't have a backup, there's no backup for Rodri. There's no backup for Haaland. There's no backup for plenty of players.
Depends who they bring in, though.
Depends who you guys bring in, yeah. So the transfer window's not closed, it's not done.
I'm saying with them, I do agree with you on those players where there's no sort of backup. But who are they going to get? Because they've got a lot of money now.
It's true, but you got a lot of money too. Everybody's got a lot of money. Money. You know what I mean? So, listen, I've had a gut feeling for the whole summer that I just feel like you guys have, on your trajectory, unfortunately, I say this all with regret, but the way your trajectory's gone, season after season, I just expect Man City to maybe suffer a little drop-off, partly because they haven't entered the market as seriously as they usually do, partly because it is the 5th and it's difficult to find that extra edge, and that little drop off to maybe even an 85 point, which is a brilliant season, just gives you enough wiggle room to go and trump them slightly. Even without your additions, if you look in the midfield, if you keep Partey fit, I saw Partey and Rice last season towards the back end when they played together. It was ridiculous. It was a big problem. Obviously, you got Kingdom Kai, big fan. I think he can smash in 20 goals. I think you said that on one of your fan cams. Mode Cumberlive. So we have to say favourites. We're there.
All right, let's leave Arsenal now. Let's get to the rest. Aston Villa, I've got them in 4th, which I think would be such a great achievement if they can do back-to-back.
I got Villa in 4th as well. I think they made some good signings. I mean, the one thing I would say, Douglas Luiz is a big loss for them. That's a big loss. Now, I know they made signings on that, but that's a big loss. But they made some good signings, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And they were good last season, and I don't think many teams are going to go to their place. We can, because we're their second game of the season. A lot of their teams are going to go there and get wins because they're strong at home. So, yeah, I got Villa in 4th.
Yeah, super strong. I really didn't know pretty much between 4th and 6th. Like, I'd even probably group 3rd into that as well. I really wasn't sure who was going where at this point, because I feel like it's super congested kind of in that. Maybe even like from 3rd to 8th. I don't know what Liverpool are going to look like. I don't know really what Spurs are going to look like. It's one of those things. Same with United, same as Villa.